Good evening on this Maundy, Thursday, as we begin our 3 days in walking with Christ in the Triduum. I'm joined tonight in the Africa room here. I'm joined with Becky, and she wanted me to make sure I let you know this is Muffin, and I don't know if you can hear her, but she is purring in comfort and peace as Becky's holding her in her arms. And that's kind of what I was thinking of today and talking to you about. You know, the Nutty the Squirrel episode I haven't gotten to today is the next fruit of the Spirit, which is gentleness. And I'm going to be talking to the kids, or excuse me, Nutty will be talking to the kids about the fact that we're all like bruised bananas or really ripe pears. We bruise easy. And Jesus knows that. And he gives us and cares for us in a way that he gives us part of the fruit of the Spirit is gentleness. That he holds us, kind of like Becky was holding Muffin there, gently in his arms so that he can strengthen us and encourage us. And he seeks not to bruise us. He only seeks our best in his heart for us. And so, you know, tonight as we begin the walk with Jesus to the cross tomorrow, and we look at the things that are going on in the world and everything else. And now I have to say that I know someone who is COVID. We were given a notice earlier today that somebody who has been attending Bible studies with us is in the hospital with COVID now. And again, there will be more people that we're going to know who have that. And all the struggles that are going on for people. The fact is everything is really put in perspective when we think of tonight and the night that Jesus goes through tonight. There is no sleep for him. There is no comfort. There is no one to turn to who's going to say a kind word. There is no one who is going to hold him in their arms. There is no one who is going to seek to find a way to help him because everyone else is just afraid. And yet he boldly and bravely goes out, in the words of Joshua, strong and courageously to do the work that his Father sends him to do tonight. What a long night that must have been. I can't imagine being dragged back and forth, insulted, humiliated, laughed at, Herod trying to get him to do magic tricks to prove what kind of a king he is, and Caiaphas, the leader of the temple that worships him, looking only to find a way to get him over quickly and get him out of their hair so they can get back to business as usual. And then there's Pilate, who will show up in the middle of the night and into tomorrow, who doesn't want to have to deal with the rabble and the riffraff, but who realizes that he's been thrown into this mix by these people who now have him wrapped up with this thing that his wife warns him about. You want to let that man go. He's innocent. And yet, because of fear for himself and fear for his position and fear for whatever else, he lets them make the choice. And we always choose poorly. You know, it's a constant reminder, I think, that when I say that, I always think to myself, now who's going to think to themselves, well, see, I'm such a terrible person. Yes, you are a terrible person. And so am I. But we need not forget the grace. Don't forget the grace that tells you this is why Jesus is doing this very thing. You and I will always find a way to disappoint. You and I will always find a way to come up short. You and I will never be the perfect person he would long us to be, but he keeps shaping us and molding us. And tonight in worship we talked about that fact that Jesus has not come to make us feel better about ourselves, but to actually help to seek to transform us, to be the potter and us the clay, that he would mold us more and more through his example, through his giving, through his service, for us to learn what it means to be his people and then to follow him. the greatest way to do that is to start by doing it today and tomorrow and Saturday and then Sunday. Following him through the night, following him in the long day tomorrow. Following him as his body is laid in a tomb and being ready for him to be walking and talking with us again, surprising us constantly with his presence when we least expect it, because he will be risen. And you and I already know the answer to the story. He already is risen. But we keep it quiet for now. We hold on to the mystery because it's really important that we take the time to spend in reflection, that we walk with him, so that our He is Risens on Sunday morning can truly be ones of power and not just motion, ones of true exclamation of the fact that he is risen, and because he is risen, I can face the day. A new life every day for us. We live in what Luther talks about as the already not yet. Already saved and yet not yet perfected. Already a child of God living in heaven, and yet struggling in a battle here to seek to grow more and more with him. Perhaps the time when we spend realizing how bruised a piece of fruit I am, and realizing how gently and lovingly he keeps caring for me, longing to present me to his Father, and to tenderly care for me in the midst of all of it, then we might find a new way to walk with him and walk as him for people around us. I hope you have a good night tonight. I hope you rest, and rest well for the week ahead, that you continue to be strong. You continue to put him in the forefront of your thoughts throughout the day, looking for him in all the things that go on, and seeing his presence in every moment. God bless you. Have a good and safe night. I look forward to seeing you again soon. God's peace. Amen.